Hello, this is Texas Panhandle Paranormal, and kind of getting back from the hiatus of getting married and everything like that, and it's been a blast. It's been wonderful. And I guess I just want to make a quick update because we've had some, I guess you could say, paranormal things kind of happen lately. And I'll make videos about each of them. I like to try to split them up individually. That way they can be searched for by theme or put playlists or whatever. But this one was about, I want to say about a week and a half ago. And my husband and I were asleep. And I was in that stage of sleep where you're kind of halfway awake and halfway asleep. It's hard to describe. It's where you're just drifting off. And of all things, the strangest thing happened, and this has never happened to me before. It's happened similarly, and I'll get to that, but there is a woman I knew who she was very kind, she was very artistic and creative, and sadly she passed away a few years ago. She had a lot of health issues and digestive problems and things like that, and it was really sad to watch as she, in her final hours and her various trips to the hospital several times that year that were very serious. And she couldn't keep on any weight, just a lot of medical issues, and she really, I think, needed a surgery, but they couldn't do it until she could put on weight and keep it on, and it was just really sad. But she was a very creative, very spiritual woman, and she was very kind, and I really didn't have a lot of interaction with her, but the times that I did, because she was a friend's mother, the times that I did interact with her were always pleasant, and there ended up being I guess you could just say, a falling out with a friend, quite a long friendship, and after this falling out happened, it was very difficult, and sometimes we think that things happen or we're completely done with the situation, but things keep coming back up and they got to be dealt with, and just how it goes in life. And when the friend's mother visited me, and I say the friend's mother, there's arguments there that a lot of Christians would say it was just a familiar spirit or something along those lines. I really can't say for sure. But she came, and I'm saying this, it was my experience, and I was just laying there halfway asleep. She came and wanted to talk to me, and it was like I was sitting in a waiting room, maybe like at an airport or something kind of along those lines, and she came and sat down right next to me on my right side, and my husband was laying on my left side, like asleep, or half asleep too, I don't know. And she, as this dream was starting or whatever it was, I was sitting in this waiting room on these chairs, and she came up to me, and I knew who she was, and I said, "Hi, Vickie," and it was kind of a sad thing because some sad things happened with the falling out, and I would never want to hurt anyone or hurt her child that was, my friend or anything. Sometimes, we have to do things that we really don't want to. We're backed into a corner, and there's no way out, and things have to be done. Problems have to be dealt with, and issues have to be put to a stop. And she wanted to talk to me, and she was kind to me, and she was younger. She looked young and healthy and everything, just like people describe people who go to heaven when they see him in heaven or whatever. And she wanted to talk to me, and I was really it was very comforting. I had a very calm feeling. I was worried that she would be angry with me, but she wasn't. She was very kind. And I said, well, hang on a second, Vickie. Let me talk to my husband real fast. Let me ask him, if I should really be talking to you because of the situation, and give me just a second here. So I rolled over, just like you would do if somebody was sitting on your other side in a line of chairs like that. I looked over my left shoulder, and I woke up my husband, and I said, "Hey," I said, "this is a strange situation. I've never had this happen before." He's had a lot of paranormal and supernatural experiences as well, so I thought I'd just ask for his input. And I said, "Hey," I said, the friend's mother who's passed away is here visiting me. Should I talk to her? Because I don't really believe in communicating with the deceased. It's against my religious beliefs, and it was very strange. And so he says, from his half asleep state, he replied and said, I said, what should I do? He said, wake up from it. And he kind of mumbled it. He was halfway awake, or, halfway asleep too. And he said, wake up from it. And so I looked back at her, because I was still in that stage where I could roll back and look over my other side in the sleep world and talk to her. And I said, I'm sorry, Vickie. I said, I really probably shouldn't speak with you. I'm sorry. And she wasn't upset or anything. And I said, I'm sorry, I probably can't talk to you. And it was a respectful thing. And she's like, okay. And so that was the end of that particular part for that moment. But later that night, I went to sleep, and in my sleep 2 more times, it's like she came back and visited me, or maybe something pretending to be her, I can't say for sure. And I was in a lot deeper sleep, so I couldn't roll over and talk to my husband, and I didn't think about getting away from it as easily, and we talked a little bit, I don't remember, but the last one was, we were jogging together, and she was jogging, she had her hair kind of like a blondish color in a ponytail. She was wearing a green shirt and black shorts, and I don't remember what I was wearing, but we were jogging together side by side down like a country road. And that's all I remember. And I wonder if maybe I should have spoken to her, or if there was a way I could explain, because it was a very difficult, painful situation what had taken place between her child and, my former friend and me. And I didn't know what to say, and I didn't want to be rude, and so I just politely declined. But I want to know if anybody else has had situations like that, where a deceased person comes to talk to you when you're asleep or in the dream world. And I've had it happen before when I had pets pass away. I had a cat pass away through a natural disaster that occurred, and then another cat that passed away from a long-standing lung, breathing, respiratory issue. And both of those cats, I loved them very much, and they were my friends at the time, and they were the only one I lived with, kind of like a little family, I guess, a little buddy. And when they passed, it was very painful. But later on, in my dreams, I was comforted, because it was like the cats came back and visited me. And it was like to comfort me and let me know that they were okay. And I don't know if pets go to heaven or not. And that's not for me to say. I don't know, but I'd like to think that they do. And it was comforting. And I wish them the best. I wish them all the best. It's never been my intent to hurt anybody, and I would never want to hurt, especially a loved one, even from a former friend that had passed on. So yeah, if anyone else has had a situation like that where someone deceased visited them, let me know about it. Say something in the comments. It'd be nice to hear. Have a good day.